The paper lantern. The night of the Lantern Festival was the most beautiful night of the year. Thousands of paper lanterns floated into the sky, glowing like stars that had descended to Earth. For 17-year-old Emily, it was her first time attending. Her mother had always told her it was a night of wishes, that if you wrote your heart's desire on the paper lantern and released it, the universe would listen. Emily didn't believe in magic. She believed in exams, deadlines, and the harsh reality that her father's illness was slowly draining both his strength and their family's savings. Yet when she stood among the crowd that evening, lantern in hand, she felt something she hadn't in a long time: hope. She picked up a black marker and wrote quickly on the lantern's thin paper. "I wish my father could be healthy again. I wish we didn't have to worry about money. I wish we could be happy together like before." When she lit the small candle inside and released the lantern, it floated upward with the others. She watched it disappear into the night sky, carrying her wishes with it. That night, she dreamed of fire. Her lantern floated down, not up, its paper burning, glowing red as it whispered in a voice she could not understand. She woke trembling, but brushed it off as stress. The next morning, her father walked into the kitchen, without his cane. "Look," he said, smiling. "The pain is gone." Emily froze. He hadn't walked like that in years. Over the next week, things began to change rapidly. A stranger came to their door, offering to buy a small piece of land the family had long forgotten about. The money was enough to cover all their debt. Her father's health improved day by day. He laughed more, worked around the house, and the tension that had gripped their family finally began to ease. "It's like a miracle," her mother whispered one night. But Emily remembered the dream, and the strange glow of the lantern. She told herself not to be afraid. After all, wasn't this what she wanted? The first tragedy came quietly. Their neighbor, Mrs. Miller, slipped on the stairs and broke her neck. Everyone said it was an accident, but Emily remembered that Mrs. Miller had been the one to lend them money last month, the very debt that had just been erased by their sudden land sale. 2 days later, the shopkeeper across the street died in a car crash. He had been complaining about Emily's family not paying their grocery bill just a week before the stranger came with money. Emily's hands trembled as she pieced it together. The lantern was granting her wishes, but someone else was paying the price. She tried to ignore it, but the guilt gnawed at her. Each new blessing for her family was followed by another tragedy for someone nearby. A cousin fell ill. A friend dropped out of school after her father lost his job. Finally, Emily returned to the festival grounds, desperate for answers. The stalls were gone, the laughter faded, but one old woman sat near the riverbank, folding paper into lanterns. "You've been waiting for me," Emily whispered. The woman looked up, her eyes clouded but sharp. "You made a wish. It came true," Emily said. "But people are suffering. My lantern, it's cursed, isn't it?" The old woman's wrinkled fingers smoothed the paper. "The lantern is not cursed. Wishes are heavy, child. When the universe gives, it must also take. What did you think? Happiness was free." Emily's heart sank. "How do I stop it?" "Stop wishing," the woman replied simply. "Let go." That night, Emily climbed the rooftop with another lantern. This time she didn't write her dreams. Instead, she wrote a single word: "Forgive me." She lit the candle and released it into the night sky. For a moment, it glowed beautifully, joining the stars. Relief flooded through her, until the wind shifted, carrying the lantern back down. It landed on the rooftop beside her, its paper catching fire. Emily screamed as the flames spread, racing across the tiles. Neighbors rushed to help, but by the time the fire was put out, half her home was gone. Her father collapsed from the smoke, coughing, weak again. The money from the land sale vanished in hospital bills. All their blessings crumbled as quickly as they had come. The universe had balanced the scales. Weeks later, Emily sat by her father's bedside, exhausted but strangely calm. They had nothing left but each other, and for the first time, she understood the old woman's words. Happiness had never been about wishes or miracles. It was fragile, fleeting, and painfully human. At the next lantern festival, Emily attended again. She bought a lantern, held it close, and wrote nothing on it. When she released it, the lantern rose silently into the night sky. She didn't ask for anything. She simply watched it drift upward, glowing softly until it disappeared among the stars. And for the first time in years, she felt free.